And I don't know why we keep ending up over here, bro. We were just in the road. Maybe it was time for some tea. The thing is, my tea. Atiquette, atiquette, atiquette. I was like, well, somebody's like freezing. It could have been this. Oh, I wouldn't mind if I would put this. What could this be? I don't mind. What could that be? My tea, it's like, this is like, we're drinking style, like we're like back in the day, 1500s, in like maybe UK, and like, they're like drinking tea, and we're like, we pull up to them, it's like, that's my tea, my tea, that's my tea, my tea, and they're gonna be like, excuse me, sorry, you wouldn't be having to know what you're talking about, because this, and I was like, that's my tea, that's my tea, that's my tea, and they're like, sir, we are just drinking all tea with sugar and sweets and stuff, and it's like, yes, but that's my tea, that was my flavor herbal tea, that's my tea, that's my tea, but when I go, that's my tea, and we try to understand how I have a stability environment, non-fiction on you, split on you. Well, not necessarily with this. By the way, the Holy Bible, if you haven't been known about it, you're going to be stable, and you're going to be able to live life according to the wisdom that it provides us beyond what we could ever fathom. We need to start with wisdom, I would say, but you need to start with reading Genesis 1:1, when they said, in the beginning God created heaven and earth, and there's a period after. So between the beginning of, and all that in the beginning, we don't even know how it happened. We can't understand. We just know that he created Earth, which is in space, which is all this other stuff. So I would say that space, in a way, is Earth. But I'm not going to go start over there because that's the Garden of Eden that we're going to get to, and you're not going to get that out of here right now. But because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So, but heaven, it's beautiful. It's in the beginning. So, and then after all we've made mistakes in life, and we're running around and stuff like that. When somebody has to come in as a hurricane or a tornado or just grace and change it, instead of being like that, instead of it being parted styles, it becomes more peaceful. Don't be surprised, because when it's a tsunami or typhoons have kind of like, they're still there, but there's like a sense of grace and peace. The darkness is not the one that provides that. And I just wanted to make that clear, because the grace that I feel is the stability that I have. So, and I was going to some sort of a situation where, in the beginning also, they speak of creation beyond anybody, any creature could ever almost fathom. Because there's no limit. So when you recognize that, and you'll realize how some of these tribes broke off after they had, but they're not all the way broke off because they're together. When you realize like who is the one, like all those things that were basically those people that had names as chapters, when you realize that those people possibly had an internal voice coming from a very good place, you understand that all those people were like innocent heroes, just taking care of their kids, like Jesus told us. It's like, no matter if you're shepherding lambs, like 99 of them, and 100 of them, and one of them goes away. King David did that. Jesus was in the beginning because he's the Son of God, but like in the chapters of reading it, if you're reading about King David, he was one of the greatest shepherds of lambs of all time. I'm not funny, bro. He was a shepherd. He took out Goliath with a stone. So, but Jesus came and told us a great parable about the legend, because he also has songs that are written that are really great. In Psalms, Proverbs is by King Solomon. Proverbs just reminds me of wisdom. Psalms reminds me of wisdom and just being human, but being a king. Hard to explain. Legend, beyond legend. So, I mean, and very close with God. So, alright, so now being a little wise, I'm talking quieter. I'm trying to understand how we got here, but like, I'm not going to forget that no matter if I have forgot how I got here, whatever, it doesn't matter, because it matters because, and it doesn't matter because I got the Holy Bible, and they watch the Holy Bible watches shows back, bro. Hard to explain what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain, bro. So like, yeah, I don't know how I got here, where I got. I'm Alice in Wonderland with Mad Hatter with the caterpillar, and and Wonka has made it on here, and he's got his own candy flavor. So I'm not hating, but at one point I'm gonna be like, guys, I don't know how I got here, but one thing is missing in my hand. It's not the Holy Bible. I don't have the Holy Bible with me. It isn't. It's like, yeah, where could we be? Are we at the Alice in Wonderland table? But listen, do I not have the Bible with me? So that's the situation. It's not that I don't own the Bible with me. It's because I have been running around. Y'all don't know what I have to go through to get. There's people online. There's those Call of Duty, Warzone. What was it called? They had the Call of Duty chats that were like toxic. Imagine having to go in there a little bit, and you have to relate a little bit with these people, but not that you're. Like, they're not other people, because they come from the same skin structure and styles of us. So that's why it looks a little tough. If y'all look at my past history on the broadcast, you're going to see it wasn't normally like this. It was very relaxing. This has been off the chain, but I'm saying it doesn't matter how, when, or where, how I got here. One thing's for certain is, if I'm craving to know more wisdom, I'm craving because I want to know in the Holy Bible stuff, because every word, I mean, if you really know, it's right written in the beginning of the thing. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Doesn't mean, it's just, when you really know what I'm talking about, it's great. So, and if you get there. This is not about, like, you're going to gain levels and things. When you find out and you know, and maybe we can all get as a group one day and be like, what does that mean? And I maybe tell you if I'm allowed to tell you, because just read the first sentence and you're going to understand what I'm talking about. You don't know, bro. So, are there any football matches? Well, hold on. Is there a football match? Is there there's a tea party. Yeah, that water. It looks like water. It could be. That'd be a good sign of life on a planet. If you found a big jug like that, I'd be grateful. You ever heard of Noah's Ark? It's not a joke. I think that when the waters were drying out, because creation exists, I feel like there was like, not people that survived. It's hard to explain. Not that everybody was wiped out. I feel like because I'm going to fix something real quick in y'all's timeline idea about Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark, Noah and his generations were the only ones that were basically doing 24/7 time, in my eyes, of time, while the planet was flooded. So he had kids or something like that in many long time, and eventually the waters go down. The waters go down, but what can God do? He creates, right? So let's say the water, finally they get planted on top of a mountain or something. The ark is on top of the mountain, right? Let's say that it takes like 100 days for it to dry down, go down. In that time, there's still, I think there's like, and then there's like a offloading period. In those offloading period, I don't think that those servers or the plane wasn't holding anyone else. Not saying that they, I'm saying that there was a time that it wasn't holding any other human being. I feel like when it was dried out after Noah's Ark, before they offloaded everybody, there was just because this is creation. So what I'm saying is that this is this is my perspective of Noah's Ark, of how it happened. And think about it, because there's a huge word and title in Noah's Ark. When you read it, you'll understand why I feel this way. Because and I'm not going off script, because if you read it, because I have no script, I'm reading the Holy Bible. The script is, I'm not gonna call it a script. You can go get the prescription in a doctor. The text. I'm not reading this. With Noah, if you read there is a sentence that should be signed by color. And you'll understand what I'm talking about when I'm saying that he got off the ark, and these people they were Mandela affected to think that they were here before him in his generations, when that's impossible, because God was with him the entire time. So now you'll understand what I'm saying. So imagine he gets off the boat, or his son gets off the boat of the ark after everything, and there's somebody trying to tell him some other tribal stuff. Like some other tribal stuff, because you gotta understand, he had a moment specifically with God, bro. Noah. He really did. He flooded the world, but he took care of those animals and did a great job. But the thing is, it's not a but. He had a time with God. And in that time, if you think God's gonna be limited to not making other human bodies, or human or people, animal, whatever it is, it's creation, and a hair follicle in your hair, whatever. If you think he's going to be limited, and when there's finally the water has gone away, and the water creatures don't need to be in this area anymore because they're in Jurassic Park level thing, but they're still there, and then the lands dry away, you think that there was no other person walking? Listen, in the sense of the flood, yes. But when the undocking that takes 5,000 days to undock this thing, I think that there could have been, you think that somebody's sitting idle, stagnant on the ground after the ark? No. That's how it is. And when you get it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And then there's this huge mix-up of people that are unwritten, that I think Noah had to train them, bro, or they were just protected by God. Because I feel like when they got off the ark, they probably were like, what you doing here? What are y'all doing here? Y'all like, us. But there's no way we've done more time than y'all. We're the ones that listen to God. Y'all didn't. And it's like, but it's like, we're just here. We were created, and it's like, nope. We were created in before time, before y'all's time. Y'all may have been inserted, Mandela affected to think y'all did more time, but y'all didn't. So now you got to realize the flock that they had. It's hard, because this is not off script, but it's my idea. So I think of Noah and walking off. Look at his shepherd. Look at him as a shepherd. Look at the level when he has to be like, okay, I've listened to God, but during this drying out period to get undocked off a mountain, I ran into a human being. This human being thinks that it's been here longer than us. That's a generational bloodline. It's not. So you have to understand that, but that kid is gonna they have to understand that. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's why eventually this kind of leads to the Tower of Babylon, because in a way that they didn't really do, like they kept it, I don't know, and you read it, it looks like they kept it together. They just kept trying to, man, dude, your sheep keep moving around. At one point, it's just like the black sheep has gone up, and God asked some other people the black sheep, or whatever the sheep is, the one that's ran away, that it looks like they went on to try to Tower of Babel, dude. They tried to get up to the heaven. And that just shows you the shepherd that he was. He was so, he tried and was unconditional for me. Noah was such a legend. Yes, there's a severe accident about to happen. The whole world's going to be flooded for a lot of time. So, and then when the water goes down, because the sun dehydrates the water away, and eventually the water's like at above the knee height, and then people are just inserted because they're like created, and after Noah's bloodline, and they come up to Noah's people, they're like, hey man, we were here before you. And it's like, dude, I wouldn't even know what to say. If that gentleman asked me when I got off the boat, that he was like, I'm older than you, I've been here longer than you, I'm like, you're either a false prophet with messed up head, bro, because, or I gotta look after your ass until you get changed. I have to look after your ass. I didn't mean to cuss. Because it's like, dude, what if I go and I pray and I report to God, hey, I just saw, I have all my trust in you, but I just saw a human creation after this, and they think they've been here longer. They're still in knee-high water, and the water hasn't gone away. They think I'm stupid. they think I'm stupid. That he's walking on knee-high water, and ankle-sized water. It's not like how, and he's like saying, hey, Mr. Noah's family, we were here before you. It's like, dude, I have yet to even touch the water or what the ground is you think it is, because you got to first touch because you're coming off the ark, what you're going to first touch during those times is either going to be water, or if you do a skip into the dry land, then you're going to touch dry land. These people were grown in half water, ankle level, it looks like. So they're coming at him like this, and that's why I feel like it wasn't a battle right away, because if you understand what I'm coming from, when you read the Bible, bro, and y'all understand what I'm talking about, come at me later and tell me, I get it. He had a moment with God, and if you think God is limited to one subjective particle of Adam, or he's subject to any other command other than him while he's chilling with Noah, who listened to him for 120 years plus this flood, it's like, well, there you go. Go and check it out. All right. That's the one thing. And that was like, that's going nonfiction. I just want y'all to know about that, the flood and stuff like that. Because if there's anybody like, man, yeah, we were here before the flood or something like that, dude, you're an amphibian. In my eyes, you'd be an amphibian. Doesn't mean that I'm going to, hey, go away and let me not help y'all understand, because I'm just a sapien. I'm just a sapien. S-A-P-I-E-N. And in the beginning, I don't think Adam was just naming them like basic names. I think he was naming them like their basic names, and then like Homo sapien, or stuff like that, like Jurassic Parkian. It's like that's a dime. I mean, he was seeing it, whatever. Dude, imagine what he had over there. I can't, because I'm limited in a way. So yeah, it's not that I'm joking about the Bible. It's not a joke. I'm talking about when they got off the ark. If somebody ran up to them, bro, as a person, you were just created. If y'all don't believe anybody can just be created out of nowhere, you're mistaken, bro. You're mistaken. I'll tell you this. God is God, but if you really want to start somewhere, go look at a 3D printer. God is nowhere near that 3D printer, bro. He makes things instantly. He can make a space station, bro, without anything. So go start with the 3D printer and see how it's made with the 3D printer. And then once that 3D printer ages 50 million years and it's later and it's doing a person that says that they were just made, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, except for the fact that God creates. So when you enjoy it, and all right, so back to back to the fiction and the nonfiction reality. last stream, it looks like they were on the way. To where? We're still here again. What could this be? Where's Wonka? Where's Wonka? I'm not playing. I'm trying to like tell you, when we become Ender's Grogu. Grogu, it may not be his name, bro. It because it sounded like he's gone into somebody and was like, I'm 10,000 years old. I've been growing. He's like, he knows Groot. Because for some reason, Grogu knows Groot. Because, like, Mr. Grogu, how come you know Groot? And said, go ask Mr. Groot. And Mr. Groot is like, hey, I'm Groot. And it's like, but that's how they keep going. It's like, and Groot, my name is. And he's like, that's the way they've been thinking I talk. And I'm like, dude, the moment I woke up and as a miniature person in Alice in Wonderland's area, it was for a limited time being, and I ran into Grogu, he's not a baby, bro. Grogu is not a baby, bro. And he kind of trying to make y'all, because think about it, he's like, I'm Groot. And it's like, I'm Grogu. And then I'm good. It's like, well, I'm good, bro. Because when Grogu has a level event where he keeps telling people, yo, dude, I don't need a Mandalorian to walk me around. He's got the nobody gets it. But one day when we're running behind rocks to see all Palpatines and all these things to be like, guys, we don't need y'all's help. Mr. Grogu, I'm just here to be a person to give you an idea of what's going on. Because when you are having to, later on in the future, you become younger looking when you get taller, because Yoda has a huge Padawan place where you can train. And somebody wants to sneak in and talk to Grogu, which is not his real name. Who named him Grogu? What I'm saying is he grows slow. In physical, his mind is not like that. He's more smart than you'll ever know, in a way. So, what I'm trying to say is that when I have to go and see Yoda, that has this thing, and we bring Yoda Palpatine's, like, leather jacket or whatever he's using, because he ain't wearing it anymore. He's got his own thing. The thing is, when you start seeing the whole Jedis, and they're all having an ancestral realm with Grogu, and Grogu's out here being like, hey, Grogu's out there, Grogu's basically out there, and he's going into the ancestral realm, and y'all don't even realize it. Like, there's Obi-Wan Kenobi, they're all in the ancestral realm that Luke can attain. So when Luke is sitting there with the chainmail, and he's like, how can I train you, Grogu? That's 10,000 years before me. Are we playing? Can I have a ribbon? As well, it's either one of these, and they're both sitting in the astral realm, and they're laughing at the scenario that they got put in, because somebody's put these gentlemen, these two gentlemen, in the same room, and it's like, how are you going to train a trainer's son, Mr. Skywalker? And Skywalker's like, I get it, because they're still in the ancestral realm, and they're looking at this, and they're like, dude, this is ridiculous, so we're going to have to get the chainmail. Because the chainmail, it looks good. It don't look bad. But when it has to fit on, it can't fit because it's stuck on Grogu as like a Buzz Lightyear thing, because it's that small, and he's getting bigger, and we all realize that Grogu's a very old man, but he looked like a baby, and we were trying to transport him as with a Mandalorian without it being. Why didn't y'all ask Luke to do it, bro? Because this is the level of this guy. The Mandalorian's running into Vader, Anakin. It's not a game anymore, bro. Palpatine in the future, sister and brother of the Order. Yeah. Let's have a Mandalorian protect him, not Luke Skywalker when he's alive at the same time. And he's, yeah, right, you could save him from being Vader, or being related to Vader in any way. He would never have to fight his dad. So the fact that Luke Skywalker's doing cameos when there's a Mandalorian protecting Grogu, dude. Grogu can get out, doesn't even need a lightsaber and wreck y'all, bro. So what I'm trying to say is that when they're in the ancestral realm in that room and he's like the chain mail, it's like they're probably talking about something else. Like, dude, maybe if this goes through, Grogu can like escort Luke Skywalker a little bit, walk him around, because for finally they'll understand that this species of enormous strength and humbleness, and they go out to the things, and they don't really deal with none of that darkness and stuff like that, then we'll get it. But the fact is, Grogu, who's somewhat of a baby, bro, he's having encounters with the biggest characters of all time, dude. He don't need, the thing is, somebody's looking for it. No wonder he's a key. They're looking for him. They're not gonna kidnap him, even if he was alone. He was already alone, and they didn't, like, they thought he kidnapped him. He was sleeping, taking naps, and doing all this in the ancestral realm, sleeping, ancestral realm. Yeah, okay, bro. And then now when Luke Skywalker's in not doing the Mandalorian thing, I'm not saying to take the Mandalorian away, because the Mandalorian's gonna learn one day that he's like, dude, you're smarter than I thought, Mr. Grogu. Where should we go? It's like, and he's like, well, I got a family member on the other side. He got building a Padawan, bro. I can chill there. Y'all over here escorted. And it's like, you're gonna run into Vader and all these things, because that's what the level of event that is Yoda. But the thing is, when Thanos enters Lucasfilms and on the thing, LucasArts, and he's trying to take the Space Stone from Yoda and Baby Yoda, and dog, imagine when Thanos talks to Baby Yoda, hey, can I have the Space Stone? And it's like, do you know the last time you asked for a stone, Mr. Thanos, was when you was like trying to get that waterfall stone, when you were threw that girl off the thing and that guy had to come and save her because you thought you could get that. You didn't even need a pebble, dude. Not even. So it's like, just go back to sleep and chill. You can go to sleep and I can go to sleep, and that's just the way it is. Thanos just doesn't take this because he's prideful and he's all like, hey. And then, but the thing is, he can say hey, but he already gave him the answer. The thing is, when we get into there and they're trying to get a lightsaber out of the middle of Fortnite because there's Deadpool running around with knives and stuff like that, it is like, with a sword, dude, let me tell you something. We're gonna have to call in Wonka and everybody from the tea party, bro. Because, and like, because if you think that I'm not gonna, like, Alice, Wonka, why are you still frozen? He's not frozen, he's moving. I have the water. I didn't take the water bottle, and I got me a teacup. How do we keep ending up here at this time, man? What's going on here? Let me tell you something. Here, I'm gonna try to go like this. Psych ward. Psych ward? Because Henry Cavill, he's not Wolverine. It's in the sky. He's flying in Marvel. It's a plane. It's a Wolverine. That's why they keep going. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Because this is a Wolverine. He's not a Wolverine though, so stop saying it's a Wolverine, because that's Superman, bro, in Marvel, dude. Like, you have to get that. That's like, for a little bit, Henry Cavill came through and was Superman. And the thing is, if they're gonna be leaving that Arkham Asylum stuff like that, y'all better watch out, because the thing is, that place, it's not something I'm going to be going into, because the thing is, Legion, he has to deal with Arkham Asylum a little bit. Because the fact is, Legion, the Professor X's son, he's going to have to, because he got teleported through when they were trying to get through the mother box to the other box to into Marvel, because somebody was trying to make sure nobody gets hurt or nothing. It didn't matter, policemen. The fact is, when they were crossing to the Marvel universe, everybody from the Justice League and most of the heroes jumped into Marvel. Not that they're in Marvel as a copyright, I'd say as a company. Those characters are part of another universe, but they went into this one and they left some of these characters in Arkham Asylum, and Legion is the one who's responsible for Joker, with Harley Quinn acting as Lenny from Marvel into the freaking thing. So she's probably going to run first into the freaking psych ward at the asylum. She's not going to go to the jail. We never know who was left in DC after they teleport the Justice League. It's not that they're gone forever. It's a temporary thing. They're going into Marvel for a moment to see what's going on, but at that same time, they're Cyborg. We don't know what happened. So Cyborg, if you're out there, dude, listen, we're on an industrial machine here. Cyborg, there's a dude named Legion. He may have jumped into your, he's from Marvel. And I'm not trying to be rude. This dude is Professor X's son, and he does almost anything he wants in the show, bro. That's the thing. So, but he's a hero. He's not bad. So if Cyborg, if you're there, or if you just got teleported in there with Wonder Woman, everybody going to Marvel into the game, not Marvel, into the Epic Games to finish out this thing, and she's walking around with Joker and all this stuff, Cyborg, you made a mistake. Because if you went in there, you're supposed to hold down the entry point into the 0 point, dude. And you're causing abruptions, because if you jumped in there, who else is going to hold down the fort of this 0 point entry point, bro? So if Legion goes looking for you because he's smart, because he's responsible for Joker, and he runs into Harley Quinn, and that girl inside Legion's head that he likes, that he can't touch, he brought her with him, and they're walking together, and she's like, and they're having these problems, and one time she runs into Harley Quinn trying to act like Lenny in her head, and she's like, let me touch you. And she's like, because you know what happens with that girl when she touches you, Legion's girl on the show, when she touches you, she becomes your ass. For a little bit, you become, like, so it's frightening. Because, and then the thing is, she's going to have to wipe that paint off Harley Quinn for a little bit, because, and then Joker's going to step in and say, why you covered it, taking off her face paint? And I'm like, I'm not going to step in. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm going to tell y'all something, bro. Look, y'all keep demolecularizing these atoms and stuff like that. You're going to have a situation where I'm having to fix up stuff in a harder than you could imagine situation. Because when you rub the face of Joker off of his face, bro, and you see a smiley, because he has been in weeping woods crying of laughter, and it's stuck there. He's stuck smiling. And the thing is, Joker, bro, if I don't want any more of these people getting in any more trouble, bro, Deadpool with Wolverine, open the box so I can watch the TV commercial on Super Bowl. Appreciate it. And then Joker's right there, and he's like, hey, Joker's right there, and he's going to be like, hey, guess what? You know what it is. So, Joker, when you realize that I've had to jump into when you're acting like Lenny, because you're somewhat this way, and you're trying to cause all this abruption in the middle area, and I know what's your biggest fear. And I'm not going to put it on you, because I don't want you to fall more as Joker. I want you smiling as a smiling, laughing person, dude. Do what you got to do, Joker out there. Do what you got to do. Keep doing what you need to do. Become a better person. Become a hero. Work your way as a hero. And then with all these molecular atoms that you keep burning up, like you did with the pencil guy, you keep doing all these things, and your face is scary because you're covering it up with paint that's not even paint anymore. So if you can stop the demolecularizing, there's Two-Face. I don't need to send examples, dude. So Legion, if he doesn't care about how he goes about y'all in this universe, and you feel abruptly messed up because somebody's messing with you, Joker, I'm going to tell everybody your secret. I'm going to tell everybody the reason why you try to be a Joker. You wear the mask. I'm not playing. I'll tell everybody right now. It's not a game. there's a high level assumption. Legion, if you're gone into DC and it's Marvel's Deadpool versus the entire universe, Marvel universe, and you're going into Legion saves the DC universe, and you run into Joker, and he's not listening, don't hurt nobody, bro. I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna have to do a checklist and be like, this piece of tissue molecule that was for blowing a nose is being used on some other scenario of crying and laughter. I'm gonna tell everybody what Joker's thing is, and he's not gonna be Joker anymore, because he's gonna be Joker. He's just gonna be a recovered Joker. And the thing is, when y'all realize what it really is, he was trying to fit in when he was a younger man. He was trying to fit in. That's it. He was he looked at the bully and looked up to the bully, and he was trying to fit in with the bully. And I'm not going to tell y'all more discretionary things about it. That's all I'm telling you, Legion. And you go to DC's universe, don't leak that to him. Just see him as a little bit lower than you, because if you bring that out, you're going to ruin his backstory, because he's going to be recovering. He's going to be at AA, like as AAJs. It's like Joker's Anonymous. And it's like, and he's also, I'm just telling you, dude, don't go too hard in the DC Universe Legion just because you can move everything around. Because there's things that matter. They matter inside. And when they matter, I want you to know that they matter. So maybe don't go in there right away. Don't go into that center place where there's kryptonite. Marvel, dude, let me tell you something. Henry Cavill. Bro, dude, in Marvel, when you showed up as a cameo as Superman in Marvel, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If it was me jumped in and Ryan Reynolds with Wolverine, I jumped in at the same time and we saw you in the haystacks and you had the cigar, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, dude, from Superman, they don't have kryptonite here, bro. Go on and flourish. They don't have some kryptonite. I'm pretty sure you can only go away from kryptonite. There's no kryptonite, bro. Enjoy and have fun. GG. I gotta go. I didn't go. But it's like, but this. At the theater, it's a teacher, it's my teacher. My tea. My tea, that's my tea. My tea. Remember what was the song in the beginning of this thing, bro? It's my tea. It's my tea, good. Oh, it's like these people. It's like, sir, how are you able to go through with all these things if not have anything to go with your writing? And well, it goes, that's my tea, good. That's my tea, good. That's my tea, that tea. You're drinking my tea, but it's not that one that you think it is. You just think you know it. It's just like, how's the song go? Like, sir, can you explain it in lyrical writing how the song goes? It goes, that's a great guitar, I got to get her. And then it goes more like this. Okay? So I just want to make a little bit there, because if Legion goes in there, dude, and he runs into Harley Quinn and everybody's all jealous and stuff and acting all jealous, y'all need to learn y'all's ways. And if Legion just goes off because he's a little bit frustrated, and there's a Legion takes on all the comic universes, or it's like the other way around, it's like, but that's what's happening with Marvel. They're going to have to, how many creatures are in the Marvel universe? Because Ryan Reynolds is going to have to play, he's going to, while it's his time, he's going to have to make like 5,000 Marvel movies, because he's supposed to take out the entire Marvel universe, supposedly, because they got some sort of sickness. So you could just make them all movies. So if you make it a TV series, it doesn't get the attention. Even if you just make 10 cents, it's not about the money. It's about the comic, bro. That gentleman takes out the Marvel universe. I'm not talking about destruction. I'm saying that gentleman has 3 hour, 5,000. He has 3 hour producing moments with 5,000 movie possibilities with all these characters that he has to take out. But then eventually somebody covers them and they're fine. But he has this life pool inside of him that nobody knows about. I can't give you all this discretionary stuff. But what I'm saying is that gentleman's going to work his tail off, bro. 5,000 movies instead of making a TV series. It's 5,000. Like, takes out the Marvel universe, and it's like this complex talking and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. At one point, he's gonna pull up Professor X's house, and it's like, what the heck is gonna happen here? So we gotta be humble with that. But I'm not here for destruction. I'm here to tell y'all Legion's on the way to DC because y'all keep playing. Because if you keep playing, I'm gonna have to tell on Legion, and I'm gonna tell everybody. Because like at one point, this is my like situation where I was thinking that I was like, where's Wonka? And he's Wonka. I'll give him my thing, bro. Dog. Why everybody keep getting all this stuff without any sort of distress? They're just, you can't just keep taking my tea. Chug Jug recipe. Y'all funny, bro. You can run after it and all that stuff. You're funny. We can play this game, run around. You're funny, bro. Y'all ain't gonna get it. If this gentleman thinks he's got it because he's jumping into DC and Legion is in DC, Legion has a moment where he's in season 2 and he's making water come off of him, dude. So he's got like water. He's like this, and they're all like gathering now. Maybe, well, guess what? Before I get a little bit in there, and Joker's having to be like attacked by Legion, this is gonna get out of hand because we gotta figure out what's gonna happen if when he runs into Deadpool, takes out the Marvel universe. That's why I think where we are, bro. Because he's running around this psychotropic, Deadpool's to run around this psychotropic level thing, right? So with Marvel, he takes out the Marvel universe. So he has to run into Legion and everybody, all these characters. It's ridiculous. So now he's having to take out Legion, who's chasing after freaking Joker, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. This is like, it's going out of Marvel universe, but it's like, at the same time, how is he limited to one universe? Is Legion. Professor X doesn't hear other like things, and when he puts his things on, and like we have a situation where Legion doesn't know that the robotics of the system can hold databases from mud boxes and other boxes. All right, that's all I'm trying to tell you because I'm trying to make it straight.